I'm Jamila.
I'm Zaya, and this is Book Club Banter. Welcome to another episode. Woo!
And our final episode around the scared sexy book collection.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, and we've done all 6. And these
Mhm.
are our final reviews. These are going to be more of like a rapid review.
Yeah.
Since we
did a good deep dive of the first two we
yeah.
read. So the other ones, it was a lot of nothing. So we can just get
This is rapid fire. And then at the end, at some point, you're going to see us give like our
final
review.
tier rating for Scared Sexy.
1 through 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be somewhere on the screen.
Yeah, look forward to that later in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, before we get straight into it, we have a special guest here. Malcolm. Malcolm. Woo!
Woo!
Let's see if he behaves. All right.
I'm scared.
So how was your week so far?
I made a pot pie, a chicken pot pie for the first time. This has been very fall.
How did it taste?
It tasted good. As a person who doesn't love chicken pot pie, I don't personally love chicken pot pie.
Did you grow up getting them, the little dollar?
Yeah, like ones? Banquet. Is that the brand? Or Marie Calendar? Yes.
Well, when I used to eat chicken.
Yeah, when I used to eat chicken pot pies.
At first, I didn't like them, but then I learned you had to cook them in the microwave, then cook them in the oven, extra long.
They were good.
Next time you should make a veg one.
You know what? Yeah.
It's so crazy that
because I had mushrooms in it.
The pot pie because I literally thought it's cold now. I don't know where anyone else lives, but right now it's cold,
freezing.
It randomly dropped. It pissed me off so bad.
It's because of Hurricane Melissa. Yes. So honestly, prayers out for all the Jamaicans out there. My family is partially, so my family is Jamaican, so they're out there. Yeah. So like I'm texting my family every couple of hours. I haven't heard back, but they might lose power and stuff like that. So
damn.
Yeah, it's so frightening. So
that's so crazy. Well, yes, prayers up for them.
Yes.
Oh man. Not much happened on my end. Quickly, I didn't tell you. So one day there was like this customer appreciation for Brewster's ice cream. So we're like, okay, let's go. Okay, so we hop in the Jeep. This might be important for other Jeep owners. Hop in the Jeep. We exit out the neighborhood. I make a left turn. I'm low on gas. I was like, that's fine with me. I mean, I have a notch. Why I make this turn? When I hit the turns a little too hard, Tokyo Drift over here, this one light comes on the oil, beep, 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 low oil pressure, low oil change. My car has been due for oil change, yes. And I think what's happening is when I tilt to the side, the oil don't go, it's like, girl, you nut. So I hit this turn. In here. I hit this turn. I'm hitting the gas at the turn. I'm hitting the gas. Car's off. I'm hitting the gas. Oh, you hear? I was like, Car done shut off on me.
That happened to it in another Jeep I was in. I was in somebody else's Jeep. It did the same thing. Jeep.
I said, I immediately stare at the gas.
Yeah, I have gas.
Like, I am completely traumatized. Like, I don't know if any of y'all ever had been in a car with your parent growing up and they like to live life on the edge, especially when the gas prices initially changed. Cars lost gas.
I unfortunately have lost gas in my own car.
I am the gas. You were traumatized. And now I'm like, oh shoot. It happened at a turn.
Oh yeah, scary.
So I turned. I'm at the stop sign off this busy street.
Yeah.
I said, oh God. Now I'm panicking.
Yeah.
And I have a push to start. So I'm clicking buttons. And what it does is this is what Kenley does. Hits the hazards.
Immediately he's like, turn them on. Just turn them on.
Hits the hazards. Also, one of my lights are out in the back, so it didn't even matter. So
this guy go in the service room.
So then he said, so I don't know. It's a little off, but yeah, like it happens to other Jeep people. It sounds like a transmission thing, whatever. But I've known another Jeep person that's happened to.
I was in a Jeep. They was doing a U-turn on a busy ass.
It's something U-turn. About the liquids moving.
The liquids moved, and all of a sudden, kind of slowed down. I get hello,
and you hear,
and then that's what we heard.
So I hit the push to start, and it's like
scary.
You hear it revving itself up.
Yep, that's what I heard too.
And it's like, and then it comes back on. Ken's like, turn around. So I turn around. We go back home. This isn't the end of the story.
Of course,
because we
still have to get the ice cream.
duh. So we hop in his car, which we usually don't drive because I get car sick. His car's low to the ground and it's leather and it smells. So
many factors.
We walk up to his car. He's hitting the unlock button. Unlock. Car won't unlock. It's a cold, breezy day outside. But let me tell you something. We're focused on getting this half off ice cream. But now we're with two car problems at once. He's like, when it rains, it pours. Shut up.
That saying is so annoying to me.
It's like,
every time someone says it, it's like, leave me alone. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to be reminded that it's raining and pouring.
So now we have to figure out how to unlock the car. Because we're the beginner's lesson, now we got to unlock this car.
But you know how, right? Go ahead.
He's like, I think this little part right here undoes. Mm-hmm. So there's a part in the handle that you can undo to get to the key fob. Mm-hmm. And he eventually popped it off. We got in the car. And we got our ice cream.
Okay.
But woo.
Just a girl.
I'm just a girl. And it's like you get around a mechanic, man, they start yelling at you. Yeah. It's like, please.
When the last time you looked at the okay, I'm trying.
Honestly, like I just think it's too much. I haven't had the car stop on me in so long, but it's scary.
Frightening. That's frightening.
In the middle of driving, why do your vehicles do this, G?
Yeah, because that's not the first.
And then I have to start back up. It's like, God forbid, there's a car by me.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like adventurous.
Oh my God!
Not so great ice cream.
Really, and then to top it off, for a not so great season of Love Is Blind, we got home that day to watch Love Is Blind to be disappointed.
Honestly, pack it up. I think the concept is over. It's done. It's run done. Through. We're done. In the ground at this point. Pack it up.
Unless you like restructure the whole thing.
Yeah.
Give us more footage. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
None of them.
I don't think anybody could have said. I think all of them could have said no. Oh. And that serves him right.
So yeah, let's get into Scared Sexy. All right. So Ruby Dixon created this book, Space Vampire by the Scared Sexy Collection. Mm-hmm. So that was my read. And I'm going to run through it real quick.
Yeah.
So, beginning. Starts off weird with like communications from, it's like, I guess, what I assume email communications, because I don't know how they communicating, but they had these wonky names, and it's called the Stable Master to Sawost. Okay, I don't know who these people are. They just start off like communications, like they're trying to communicate. They have a specimen, a splice specimen.
A splice.
That's what they call it.
Specimen.
Mm-hmm, a splice specimen, and the last communications are, we upgraded him because you said all these issues, so we've upgraded him with this. And the people respond like, I ain't asked for all that, and we're not paying for all that. So can you respond to me? No response. They send another communication, hello, another response. You have not responded to me. Okay, and then we get into our story. That's literally how it starts.
Interesting.
So then you're introduced to Dana, hiding in what I assume is a trash chute. And she's like, yeah, this is where I hide. And there's like alarms going off. There was a specimen that's gotten out. So she's like, I guess this has happened before. And this is her go-to hiding spot. So she's hiding. She comes out to blaring sirens. And like, I just imagine like a spaceship.
Okay.
Like with blinking red and like all that type of vibe. And like loud. And then she's like, comes out. She's like, all right, well, they keep me like a pet. So she's talking about how she's a pet. And you figure out that she's a human. Her name is Dana, and she was a pet to one of these aliens. And she's talking about how she wants to go get some ramen real bad because the alien that owns her likes a lean pet and not a puffy one. I said, not a fat phobic alien. That's crazy.
A lean pet and not a puffy one is
so
actually
she is
crazy
only fed these like nutrition bars only. She don't eat nothing. She said they took her about like 10 years ago.
Oh Jesus!
So she real lean.
Really?
And so
was she fat?
Don't know.
Or puffy?
He said not a puffy one. He don't want that. Leave that shit over there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So then Nasi is her master.
Okay.
And he is a master of what is considered splicing. And they break down what splicing is. Okay. He takes genetic profiles of multiple races of aliens and crafts a specially designed clone out of all the best traits. These clones, aka splices, are used to be as gladiators for whatever barbaric sports these Masakai, I'm how I'm gonna pronounce it, people do. Aliens do. Okay. So that's her master's job, and he's a jerk. So she comes out, she's like, man, he don't let me
that's
eat.
Why he's a stable master, because this is the stable of all his spices that he puts together. Okay.
So then she's like, okay, I ran away. Now's my time to go get some ramen. So she wants to go get ramen from the cafeteria. She's like,
the aliens got ramen?
But she's like, they love noodles. Ramen noodles. So then she's like,
they said the aliens be watching us, okay?
So then she's like, open the door. Computer, open the door. The computer don't respond. So I guess she just talks out loud to the ship. And because she's a pet, the ship don't respond to her.
Yeah.
So she's like, fuck, I'm hungry. So then in the distance, she's like looking around. She can't find nobody. She's like, oh, they're like, this happens often. They usually just go and they hide and they come out. And once they get the monster that's escaped together, or the alien, the spliced alien together, they go back to regular duties. She's looking around, can't find no one nowhere. She's like, what the heck? Oh, shoot. Then she's looking at the ship. I will say she described the ship pretty well. It's an H-shaped ship. And in the middle, where the lines are is where they conduct their research and programs and such. And I guess their living quarters and everything else is on the side. So she's like, I need to go look. So she looks out the window and she sees like there's escape pods that were explained to her. They're all gone. She's like, oh, I'm here alone. What the heck? So then she just hears like noises in the distance. Like the monster's still going crazy. She's like, oh God, it's just me and the monster here. She's like, but I need to make it to this escape pod. The escape pod is on the other side of the ship. To get to the other side of the ship, I have to go through where the monster's at, because that's where the laboratory is. So she makes her way. She finds like some type of weapon.
He looks like a raccoon.
Because he is a monster.
Come.
Okay. So she sees the space pods are gone. So she's like, shoot. But there's one left. So she's like, I need to go over there, hop in this thing. So she gets a little weapon. It's like a little antenna thing. She breaks off. She's like, well, this doesn't do much, but let me just go. So then she goes, and then it flips to the alien splice monster's point of view. Okay. And so then they kind of just like engage in casual conversation.
Her and the monster?
Yes. It's so weird.
So she never got into the escape pod?
No. So she's like making her way there.
Oh, okay.
But she has to walk through this area.
I got you.
And so
we go back.
It goes to his point of view, and you find out that I can smell her from far away. I can hear someone tiptoeing. You know, think they're being quiet. I can hear them and I can see them. And so then he is ravenous. He's hungry. So he's going through. They left all these blood.
Cut that out. That was crazy dry. What? Anyways. Sorry.
Okay. So he's ravenous. He's like drinking blood. There's like, I guess they have in this like area laboratory like blood bags everywhere. So he's sucking them up. Oh, I'm so hungry. Blah, 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 blah. So then we go back to her point of view.
What the hell he spliced him with?
So then she goes in and she's like, hey, so like, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to get to the pods. Like, she's being casual, but then
to the monster,
to the alien,
to the spice gladiator.
Yeah, and then she's like, what's going on? Like, I'm trying to get to the escape pods, and there's some monster still out there. Like, I didn't know anybody else was here. She doesn't realize.
Oh, he's the monster.
That he's the one thrashing about, all the noise she's heard. And so then he's like, she doesn't know that it was me. So then, it's so silly. So then basically, they introduce each other's names. And his name is Project VA Door V8.3. That's his batch number. And then she's like, okay, well.
Her name's Dana.
And her name's Dana. She's like, well, like, he's like, I'm so hungry, like, for blood. She's like, are you going to kill me? And he's like, we're having casual conversations. So I'm kind of vibing with this. Like, no, I won't kill you. And she's like, okay, well, since you like blood, like, you're like a vampire. And he's like, what is a vampire? Like, he is smart enough to know certain things. Like, he's processing her language, everything. But He's like, what's a vampire? She's like, they like to suck the blood. And he's like, okay. She's like, I'm going to name you not Dracula because that's too obvious. I'm going to name you Vlad, like Vlad the Impaler. But let's just go with Vlad. So his name's Vlad. And they kind of have this casual conversation. She turns on the light and he's like, oh, it burns. And he's like, okay. He snatches and breaks the light switch. And he's like, it burns. And he's like, you can't do that. She's like, okay, well, since you're so strong, like, can you take me to the cafeteria so I can get these noodles? And so
they're always supposed to be escaping or not.
So then she's like, okay. He's like, sure, but there's a light system and you need to figure out these lights to dim them down because all the other times they were experimenting on me, they had it on this setting. So you need to put it on that setting. She's like, okay. He says, do you know how to work the computer? She's like, it won't respond to me because I'm a pet. She just keeps emphasizing how she's a pet. I'm a pet. They don't let me wear shoes. They always put bows on me like I'm a poodle. And he's like, what's a poodle? And she's like, I forget. Never mind. So then she emphasized how she's a pet. She's like, well, my last owner was a really old elderly woman and she was really nice, and because she was so elderly she couldn't see, she had me do a lot of her programming for her and a lot of her communications for her, so I know how to use the system. Convenient. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna break into this, you do the lights and we're gonna do what we need to do. So she does it. He's like, wow, she's so smart. Wow. So then they go into the cafeteria. She's like maybe you don't need blood. Maybe you should have some noodles. Have some ramen with me. He don't want the ramen. His stomach get upset. He throw up. She's like, okay. So yeah, you can only do blood. Okay, got it. So then she's like, okay, let's go check out the escape pod. And she was like, okay, but first, like, he's like, I'm really hungry. Like, you got to eat, but what are you looking at? Because you know you're not supposed to be up there. Where did he just slide to?
I heard that too. I don't know where.
Why did he Tokyo drift his ass under the?
Put him in the cage with Ace.
Put the both in. Let me get to this goddamn book. Oh my god! Wherever you are.
I think all these cuts should be like. You should have that break with the TV. You know, back in the day when they used to have the cut. Girl, he over here.
He's being bad. He's being real bad.
You got stuff on your face.
Sit down. Stop. We're real close to the end. So, right. So, okay, listen.
I'm listening.
He's like, I'm hungry too.
Yeah. But he was eating blood pods.
Like, all right, well, like, you know, like, we're becoming friends now. So, like, within this past few minutes.
You could suck my blood.
Okay, like, how hungry are you?
He's people like, love volunteering their necks to vampire type things.
Listen, because it gets nuts. He's like, especially after reading the other vampire books.
Yes.
He's like, look, I was ravenous when I got up, but, like, I had enough. I just need just, satiate me, right? Okay? Whatever the word is.
Yeah.
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 So he's like, I just need a little bit. She's like, okay, you can have me. And then she goes, you know what? Like she's like, I want to like the vampire movies from Earth. You know, you could just have my neck. And then so he then goes into her neck, and as soon as he bites into her, she's like, oh, warmth has flooded my body. She's like, oh my god, wait a second. Takes his hand, and they describe him what he looks like. Okay.
Yeah, I need to hear this.
He's a deep blue.
Okay.
The deep blue hand extended toward me is huge, with 3 long fingers and a thumb, each one tipped with a nasty looking claw. A thick vein traces over the back of his hand, and his fist looks strong and brutal, like he could snap my neck. Okay, so he's tall.
So he's three
fingers.
Like this.
He's tall. He has a tail, and he's blue.
Of course, he has a tail.
The people that kidnapped her have horns, and so when she saw him, she's like, "Why does he have horns?" So they are blue. That's why I was confused as to why. So
everybody's blue.
The aliens are blue, yes. And I was confused as to why she thought he was just a regular alien, because he doesn't look like the other aliens.
Just silly. No self-awareness, girl. You've been there 10 years. What you don't know?
Nothing. So, sucking on the blood. She's like,
him and his clawed fingers on
her. She takes his hand as he's sucking her blood, to her cooch immediately. And she's like, oh my God, feel me up, boy. Feel, she's like rubbing him with this claw.
She couldn't wait to get somebody to touch on her.
I haven't had touch in forever. That's literally, she's like, I needed this.
With this 3-finger.
And she said to make sure she was careful with the sharp, nasty looking claw.
Yeah. Which one has a claw? All of them?
No, I think like the thumb just has a claw. So she's like, touch this kitty cat. Meow. Okay. And then she's like, and then the earth shattered orgasm comes, and then he's done. And she's like, wow, I needed that. That's really how that goes.
And he's like, you don't know what does he know? Because he's created.
He's created. And so she's like, he just kind of goes with, she took his hand, right? Yeah. This is the part I need you to read. I need you to hear.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So at the end of that, he's like, did you enjoy my touch then? His hand slips between my thighs and caresses me, then cups my casually, as if to say that it belongs to him. I didn't hate it, I say, quivering. I said,
okay, girl.
Why the vampire over here cupping that thing and owning it? Bitch, it's just you two in a goddamn ship. Why he gotta do all that? This is my cat. It's like, girl, relax.
Girl, you just met him minutes ago. Moments.
The ship is all this is going on, and this alerting you, evacuate, specimen out. And she busy getting touched down by the specimen, by the spliced alien. Okay, so then this is literally what happens. Then they go check out the pod. She's like, look, they're gonna probably come back because they have way too much expensive equipment here, and they're either gonna come back with someone stronger or to like get you together, wrap you up, kill you, whatever they do. But they're gonna stay on the ship.
Yeah.
So she's like, we have some time, probably about a week. So she looks at the pod, and then they ridiculous. They go to, it says, okay, literally the book goes 1 week later. Yeah.
Oh, so she says we have a week.
And we have a week to escape. And so they gallivant through the ship.
Because I'm saying, why didn't we escape?
They stay in the master's suite. They're jumping on beds like they are germaphobes. They hate it. They kept me as a pet. And he's like, okay. She's like, I'm jumping on their beds, doing all stuff. They get some clothes because he's kind of just in this loincloth.
Of course.
It gave kind of like Avatar in my mind.
Okay.
Maybe. But like even a little uglier, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds ugly.
And so then she's like, all right, let's go to the ship. Let's test it out. Let's go look at it. And she's like, I've done all the calculations. Now it's going to take us 4 months to go to this planet. I don't remember the planet's name. Not important. Like Qatar, something like that. And they're like, okay. He's like, okay, how do you know this is a good planet? She's like, I've done all the research. It has darkness. So you'll be okay. Like I'm sure I can like barter with them or buy them off. There's a bunch of stuff here we could just take with us and just pay them off for us to live there. And it'll take 4 months for us to get there. And, I'll go into stasis and you can too. And he was like, I can't go into stasis. They have like the little pods and then they're going to say, he's like, I can't go into stasis. I'm going to wake up. Like I need blood. Like, and usually he has a drip, I guess. And I'm going to need blood. And she's like, okay, that's fine. So all her calculations for food and everything was for her being in stasis for them 3 months. And so she was like, okay, I'll stay up with you. Okay, I'll stay up with you. So then he's like, okay, but like, she's like, we'll just throw out the pods. So they get rid of the pods. And she's like, I'll just put more food. But it's so tight and he's so tall. It's so tight in there that she's like, she has to calculate it perfectly. So she has enough food for her that she also is able to survive so he can survive.
Off of her.
If she dies, he's dead. You follow?
So she needs to eat enough food so that she can survive off her blood.
Yeah, and so she's good enough just for that. She's like, I can just survive off those nasty little protein bars they gave me and ramen. Does she love ramen?
For 4 months.
In this space pod.
This tiny pod.
So then she's like, Lo, listen, I want to. They're in the pod. They're figuring things out. She's like, look, before we go, basically, let's get down and dirty. And he's like, are you sure? Like, that's what you want? She's like, yeah, let's test it out. Like, there's obviously...
If we can fuck in this pod. Since we gonna be together.
Already done touch each other, I know.
And we got 4.5 months.
We need to figure out, like, how we're going to do this. Okay? So then he's like, all right, let's do it. They do it. They get nasty. And
so he has a penis.
Mm-hmm, and she was like, I was a little nervous if he would know what to do. But he was like, it just hit me. He's like, I put my throbbing thing into your thing that wants the throbbing thing. And she's like, exactly. They get to fucking. And she's talking about legs overhead. She's talking about she up in a pot. He's up on a control panel. Lots going on. And then
they only got a week.
He pulls back gently, setting my legs on the floor again, and the heated wetness of his release trickles down my thighs.
Why are you letting these aliens coming out? Every time
he reaches for his discarded loincloth, his ear cocked to the side. And I said,
oh, he got ears that cocked to the side?
They have point to and tail. And he says, I said, LOL, ew, alien vamp come.
Because what is that?
Why would you want that? My thing is like, y'all be in these situations where y'all have been touched in days, months, whatever, and you let anything just you. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. And then at the end of that, literally right at the end of that, real incoming pod. So now it's been a week. They're coming back.
Why would you now want to do that?
Now? Why don't you do it in the middle of the week?
You had all week. You had 7 days.
Literally, it's like the sirens go, so we gotta go. And he's like, are you sure you know what you're doing? She's like, look, we ain't got no choice. We gotta go. They're gonna be here. They're gonna pull up in an hour. They hop in the pod. They go. And she like is nervous as hell that they're gonna following her because their systems can see. She keeps searching. She keeps looking. She sees on the control panel, no one's following her. She's like, okay. She felt at ease. And then they have a conversation. He was like, look, I'm sorry. Like, you were about to say something out back there. You hated it, didn't you? You hated what we did. She was like, no, I was gonna say, I love you.
Yeah,
and I loved it. And, you know, and he was like, really? I didn't know.
Oh.
And they pull up to Katerina, whatever, the damn...
Oh, 4.5 months went by?
4.5 months go by. They pull up with their stolen jewels and they bribe the man and they live happily ever after on this planet.
Love. Okay.
And that was that.
And that was that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a mess to me. It was a mess because I want a little action. I guess you did all that build.
Oh, there was no action.
It was just, I think out of all the books, this one had 2 scenes. It had 2 sex scenes. She got touched. Well, I guess they didn't count. She got touched up, and then she got touched up, felt up, you know, rubbed up.
Yeah.
And then they had the sex. And that I was like, then they got a little lazy, in my opinion. 1 week later, she said, "We got 50 pages to make this work.
We gotta make it work.
But I need it to be a week later."
Yeah.
Okay, girl. But the spice was there.
Yeah, was it?
But it was so off-putting. You know, I don't like
monster
spice. So yeah. But that was that book. Yeah, girl. Yeah. The vampire come really did me in. And they get to live happily ever after. And she's like, something tells me we're not the first people to do this. So they just make it to some plan, I guess, pay off these people. So that it sounds corrupt. This planet sounds corrupt.
Yeah, probably.
But that was that. Like, it was real casual.
So what would you rate this, rank the book?
I don't know, yeah.
Out of 1 through 5. How many stars?
Out of 1 through 5 stars?
Yeah.
2.5.
So you would not recommend me to read it? I don't need to read this book.
No.
that was it.
You really don't need to, but like if you wanted mess, like it didn't even give me much mess. It was just kind of like, I'm a human, I'm a pet. Oh, I run into this alien. Oh, let's get some ramen. Oh, bite my neck. Now I'm like having orgasmic release from this bite neck, and now let's go escape. And it just lacked to me in that.
Fair.
Oh, rude. It lacked.
What's your back?
For some reason, I didn't feel like putting it on. So yeah, but that was Robin Dixon, like the
Space
housewife.
Vampire. Oh.
Yeah, from Potomac. I'm pretty sure that's her name. But yeah, Space Vampire. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like great.
Yeah.
I mean, in comparison to like the other, there was just so much more detail.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Kimberly Lemming really did her thing with her book as I read the other books.
Yeah, and so did I think Allie.
Oh yeah, Allie. I liked her book. It was very detailed.
You got so much information from Allie, and her book was still really short. Yes. Like I felt like, okay, I'm gonna keep reading. I want to read what else happens with this situation, or even the preview. I think that would be a good Allie's book would have been a good, like they're having a prequel. Because I don't like, all this time that they met up, or what their lives were like before, because you got a little bit of information, but I think it would have been good.
Do you think it's like easier to do like the monsters and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I feel like with the humans they had, well, they weren't fully human. So like, I don't know. I just feel like maybe my mind just can't go there. Like, ooh, like I'm about to fuck this. And then I start thinking about logistics. I'm this regular-sized human.
Don't think about
and that's the problem.
Don't think about logistics.
I'm this regular-sized human. You put this big alien in me. It's crazy. And she says that I'm about to see how much I can get filled up. They love being filled up. Fill me up. Fill me up.
No. I think you have to leave logic.
I know
to the left. No. Like honestly, when you read these books, even the monstery part, I think that it's like personality. We're in that reality fantasy. So I feel like anytime it's like monster romance situations, you have to leave reality at the door. You have to think gaping whole vaginas. Full of
you me. Call me a human though, and so now I'm back in it.
No,
I'm back in as a human.
Release yourself from it.
Oh, good
Release
Lord.
yourself from it.
Okay.
Yes.
But we're gonna talk about your book.
Yeah. I read Beautiful Nightmare. Yes. By Katee Robert, and it starts off with a character named Gemma. Start off with like she shifts on her hooves immediately. You know, Gemma's a monster of some sort. A monster of some sort, right? So Emma happens to be a demon. She has hooves. Emma is described as like she's pink. She kind of has like a humanly like body. She has boobs, but she has hooves. She's purple or pink, pinky purple. She's like one of those colors. She's colored or whatever. She's colored. She's colored. She's going through training. She's going through her little demon training or whatever, right? And she's going through her demon training with her mentor, Ralph. So Ralph is like, come on, Gemma, we got this. You just got to get in there and scare this person, scare your people, whatever the case would be. You come to find out Gemma and Ralph are sleep paralysis demons.
Okay.
So in the demon land, you are like, I guess at some point in your life, like a baby demon, to like you transition into continuously being like an adult demon or older demon, but you also get like ranks. You're also ranked up in demonhood, I suppose. Ralph is a little bit more of a ranked demon than she is because he does trainings, I guess, and all the other stuff like that. So Gemma has been in baby demonhood for longer than she should be. She was been supposed to continue on. Her class of demons that she started off with, they doing bigger and better things. Gemma's still playing around. And that's because Gemma can't scare people. And Gemma's like, this is too much. I don't like doing it. It's not in me. I don't know. And so she actually has been with Ralph way too long. Luckily for her, Ralph is nice. So Ralph is just like, really trying to help me. He's like, it's okay, Gemma. You got this. It's going to be fine. So demons also, for which part of their demonhood they're in, because I guess you could do different roles as a demon. This happens to be the demons that do sleep paralysis. In order to eat, you have to scare people. Reminded me of Monsters Inc. because that's how they were. What are they called? Like energizing Monsters Inc. world. Remember the screams? Yeah, that's how they would get energy. That's all the energy or whatever. The monsters eat regular, but this is how they eat. They eat off of your fear.
Okay.
So in order to eat and grow up, basically get yourself together, you need to be scaring people so you can eat. Right now in her life, she been eating off Ralph and his little leftovers. So when Ralph scare people, he give her a little something because he's like, all right, girl, because I don't want you to starve to death. Yeah. But she's literally on rations. Like, homegirl, skinny, Mike. Yeah. Like, skinny legend, it seems like, in the grand scheme of things, because she's not eating good. Because she's eating Ralph's leftovers. Right. So it takes them usually like a training like a month before they're gone. She's been training way longer than a month, but Ralph is he's like, you got this. And, he's like prepping her and he's like, go in there, scare that person. Like it just so much reminded me of Monsters Inc. Because remember that drew inspiration from. So but at the end of the day, Gemma's just like, I'm a terrible demon. Like, I'm terrible demon. I don't know how to scare people. I can't paralyze my humans because you're supposed to, sleep paralysis demons are paralyzing. Like, you know, they come in. People always talk about, like, when you have a sleep paralysis demon, it's sitting on your chest. You can't move. Things like that. Right. I unfortunately had a sleep paralysis demon like all of elementary school. I can laugh now, but it was scary.
How do you get rid of them?
No, grow up. I have no clue. I actually don't think I don't know. You know, I'm gonna look into that. I have not looked into it. It's in my past. So with that being said,
don't judge that.
You also have a certain amount of time that you can scare people because you got to scare them at nighttime or whatever, right? So either way, she's like, I'm not great. Oh, that's what she says. I like my bubblegum pink skin and my gorgeously curving pale gray horns and the bright silver claws that tip my fingers. And she also has hooves.
Bubblegum pink. Okay.
She's bubblegum pink. So she's a cutesy girl. She's a cutesy girl. So he pushes her into the portal and he's like, that's your human. Get to scaring. Get to paralyzing, you know? Yes. Paralyzing. Anyways. Yeah. She gets in there and she's like, I don't want to do this. Like, oh, I guess I have to, but I really don't really want to do it. She's also talking kind of like in the back of her head, kind of being like, okay, like, if I don't continue scaring these people or if I don't do any scaring, one, Ralph has to drop me from the program. And that's when the demons go and disappear. Like, if you basically they let you do all these different roles, and if you're not good at none of them, they say, hey, you gotta cut it out. You gotta go. And no one knows where the demons go when they get disappeared. So she's like, I don't know if they get murdered. I don't know if they get shipped somewhere else. She said, I don't know, but I don't want that to happen to me, but it seems like it's gonna happen. So she goes in there and she's like, this is my human. So she's like, I'm really, really hungry. I need to eat off of somebody else other than Ralph, and I'm just gonna have to do it. So she gets to her human and she's like, trying to scare him. And she sits on his chest. She climbs on the bed. She starts off in the corner because they go through a portal. So I'm going back to Monsters Inc. They go into the closet, you know. So they always in the corner somewhere in the darkness or whatever. And she sees the human. She goes over there and kind of stalks into him. And then she sits on his chest because she's like, okay, cool. This is how, you know how they always say that sleep paralysis, you sit on your chest. People be saying like, it's hard for me to breathe. I'm in shock or whatever. So she goes in there. She sits on his chest and she's like, okay, cool. I'm already started. I'm trying to get in here. All of a sudden, she's like, I don't know. I don't know. She's like overthinking it. She's thinking about stuff. She looks kind of to the side, kind of to the back side, I guess. She sees the blanket kind of raising up. And she's like, what is that? That man got an erection of her sitting on his chest. And that's what she was like, wait, is he awake? Is he awake? And she's like, this is kind of crazy that you're awake right now. And he's like, and she's like, okay, I gotta figure out how to scare him, but I don't know what's going on. And then she's like, she tries to scare him. She's like, says these threatening words to him. It's not real because Gemma not in it. Her heart not in it.
She's not scaring nobody.
Her heart not in it. And then he goes, wait, don't go. And she's like, huh? What do you mean don't go? And he's like, don't leave. And then so next you know, like she's like choking him and then like he orgasms.
This is always funny how they just jump to the orgasm.
And then he's kind of like the human himself is like, who's shocked? Like he kind of shocked. He kind of shocked too. He's like, what's going on? And he's like, don't go. He's talking to her. She's like, don't talk to me. She runs away.
He's supposed to be asleep and scared right now.
And instead he's turned
on.
Yeah.
And awake.
So that was weird. Gemma's like, I got not enough. I didn't eat nothing because all that was weird and ridiculous.
Right.
So she's like, okay, what am I going to do now? Because that was so eye-opening to me. Because now he got an erection. He done can't. Like, she's like, what is this? Like, you know.
Oh my God. So lucky sounds like sexual assault on the job, but hey. I guess
everybody's getting sexually assaulted on the job, I suppose. So the next day, Ralph is like, okay, looks like you did a good job. Because Ralph don't know. Ralph wasn't in there with her. Because she sometimes, it's her mentor, but he was like, no, you got to go in there and do it. Yeah. He asked her how it was. Gemma's like, yeah, it was fine. It was fine. But she hungry because she said it didn't go. Because so Ralph was like, you did a good job. You ain't got to eat off of me no more. Just keep doing it. Keep pushing yourself. And so she's like, I'm hungry as shit because I did not scare that man 2 days ago. And now my belly rumbling. And I got to eat and I got to go back in there. Because also when you're a sleep paralysis demon, you get one human at a time. So you get one human, you get good at that, and they add humans to you or whatever. Right. So Ralph was able to help feed her because he had many humans, like many options or whatever, because he's scaring people through the night. Yeah. Ralph is on shift, you know? Because you're supposed to scare somebody, move on. Like maybe you're not supposed to, I don't know. But anyways, so she goes back in there because she knows she got to scare this man again, right? She walks into his room. She out here confused and distressed. He's awake. And she's like, what's wrong with you? Why are you?
I was going to say, do they say why he's always awake? Why he's not being sleep?
So I think to be sleep paralysis, you have to be that. I think you're like in between, right? And I think every time she comes into the room, he kind of like just wakes up. But he also is not frozen in fear because that's what happens to you. True. You freeze in fear. So most times
he's more like
see a sleep paralysis demon.
He's turned on.
Yeah, because he sees her and he's like, "Hey, girl." So he usually sees, most people see a sleep paralysis demon in the corner of their room and immediately they're scared, like frightened. Right. Then the sleep paralysis demon comes, maybe sits on their chest. Now they're extra frightened. They can't get up because they're paralyzed in fear. He's seen her and he was like, what you looking like?
Right, man.
So she was like, what's wrong with you? And he was like, hey. And she was like, I asked you a question. Everybody is supposed to be scared. A monster in your room, holding you frozen, suffocating you. She's like, normal people would be afraid. And he goes, well, I mean, I'm not. And he's like, but yeah, my name is Caleb. And she's like, I'm gonna come back because this don't seem right to me that you're not afraid. Like, what is going on or whatever? And then she's like, she's like, this is hard for me anyways because I'm an embarrassment of a demon, and now you're not even afraid. So then he goes to her. She's like, you don't even fear me, and he's like, well, you are scary, I guess. But I'm scared every day, all fucking day. The world is in shambles, Gemma. And forgive me if this is creepy, but you're naked in my room. And the other night you were sitting on my chest while naked in my room. I had what I feel is a pretty normal reaction. So Gemma's like naked, and then she looks at her body and she realizes like the concept of clothes are not the same way as demons feel like concept of clothes are. So to her, this is not like necessarily naked, but to him, he's like, nah, she got titties, coochie out, hooves out, horns out, purple skin out.
Naked is naked. He said naked and afraid who? I am not naked and afraid.
Not me.
Naked, I'm ready. Naked and I am the opposite. I'm awake. Naked and awake. And two things are awake.
Two. And so
That's so weird.
It's so like I'm like, not you being
the concept is so gross.
Not you being sexually sidetracked to your sleep paralysis demon. But you know what? Whatever floats your boat finds your lost remote. I'm glad it's happened to you.
So it doesn't make me feel special. You just get hard off of any naked being. What about
she didn't even talk to him the first time?
I'm saying, like, it's not even like you attracted to me. No. You attracted to this naked.
But I think she don't really know nothing because she a demon. I don't know if she really is.
Nasty man.
So he kind of is like, well, you're scary. It's just like, he's like, I'm scared a little bit. And he was like, yeah, you're scary. And he was like, she was like, you're not scared. And he was like, I mean, and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna go because this is to me, this is too much for me, and it's also like making her feel self-conscious because she's not scary. She ain't scaring the one little human she got. So she's like, I'm hungry. I'm about to get disappeared. Like, so many emotions is going on. So now he's like, no. I think did I do something wrong? I'm so sorry. Now he's like having a conversation. He's like, please don't go. Like, let's talk. Like, Gemma, let's talk.
The concept of like talking to the paralysis demon.
And don't go. He's like, don't go. He's like, and so in her head, she's trying to figure out, like, she's like, okay, I gotta go and talk to Ralph. Maybe I gotta get a human. Maybe something else gotta happen because I don't know.
So has she mentioned any attraction to Caleb?
No, because she's confused. She's like, I mean, he's cute. Like, she did say he's cute. Like, she talks about like his like facial features or whatever. She's like, he's a cute human or whatever the case may be. But it's not like her worry is, I'm about to get disappeared.
Right, she's hungry.
I'm about to be off of this demon island, this demon world, because they about to murder me, because they're gonna be like, you're a worthless demon.
Right.
So he's like, no, don't go. How can I help you? And she was like, I need to be scared because I need to eat and this is my job. This is my job, Caleb. At the end of the day, this is my work. And he's like, okay, cool. I can be scared. You do what you need to do and I'll be scared. And she's like, okay, well, just close your eyes. And he's like, okay, closes his eyes. She transforms herself into what Ralph looks like as a demon. And Ralph is a very scary looking demon or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So she's like, keep your eyes closed so demons can morph themselves into things or whatever. So she morphs herself into Ralph basically. And then she goes, open your eyes. Caleb opens his eyes. He's like, what the hell is that? He's scared. He's distraught because I just remember she's like on him, like on his chest or whatever. Still again, she came back on his chest and he's like terrified at this point or whatever. So she feels his fear and she's like, that was good, but like also I feel awful because she says the fear on her stomach don't sit right on her stomach. Okay. She says
not sit right on her soul.
She's like, it don't feel good. She's like, it's kind of make her feel sick, like a little. It's like are you lactose intolerant to fear? Like that's what
interesting.
Because she's like, ew, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't taste good. She says my stomach is upset. I guess I ate, but I ain't like it. I didn't like it or whatever. So at that point, because he's so scared, she out here like, did I even do my job right? She runs after that. She scares him, runs out the portal. She gets out the portal. Ralph is like, why you got my face on? she's like, huh? He's like, Gemma, you can't do this. Like, you can't be me in there.
So that's illegal.
It's illegal to be. They said it's looked down upon.
To use your
or something else, but it's looked down upon to be another demon and scare the person or whatever the case may be. He's like, you need to refine your form. You got this. He said, did you eat? She's like, yeah, I ate a little bit, but I don't know. He was like, Gemma, come on, just do it. You got to do this and you got to do it on your own. And she was like, all right. And he was like, I think you have to have confidence in yourself. He seemed like a good pep talking demon, right? Okay. So of course she got to do her job. Again, like I said, the demons they get the paralysis. That's her job right now. Caleb is her.
And he was like, okay.
He was like, you got to get back in it every day because this is your job, sis. You have to work.
This is your life.
So she goes back into his room. She's hungry again, and she's just like, what am I gonna do? And then she goes, you know what? Let me put a little outfit on because she knows that he be getting aroused.
Stop. So she said, let me put a little outfit. Bitch, are you scared of him or seducing him?
She puts a little dress. She puts a little dress on so that so when she go in there, she can, I guess, talk to him regular or whatever. Because she feels like she botched the job. So she goes in there. He's asleep. He's asleep now. He is asleep.
Okay.
But underneath his arm is like a little piece of paper and it's like a letter written to her. And he's like, hey, Gemma.
What the is this book, bro? This concept.
He's like, hey, Gemma, I don't know. I'm not sure this is all real, actually. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if you're a demon. I don't know if you're a spirit, a fae, or whatever. I know this is weird that I'm writing a letter to you, but I'm just curious of like who you are. He's like, I always believe in supernatural things and existence. And he's like, but after our last encounter, I recognize you're clearly here to scare me, but maybe we can just talk a little bit before we get down to the scary part, you know? But that last thing you did, that skeleton monster thing, that face you put on, well done. You did a great job with that. I was scared as fuck. I was scared. I really was scared.
You did your job.
You did your job when she formed into Ralph, though.
Right.
Her herself is not scary.
Not scary. Sexy.
Scary. So he says, I understand that this has to be strictly a working relationship that gives me nightmares. But, you know, I'd love to talk to you if that's okay, Gemma. And so she reads it, and she's like, well, I don't know. She's like, this is weird. And then she realizes that he is awake. And he's like, oh, I've been awake since you came through the door and watched you read the letter. And she goes, well, we're not supposed to talk.
Listen, because
she had a rush.
So stupid.
So silly. She's like, hey, we're actually not supposed to be talking. Like, that's not part of my job.
Like, what is this? You gotta have a full blown.
It's not part of my job, and I'm actually a failure.
Right. You're fucking up the vibe, sir.
And so she's like, I'm really not. So, and he's like, what are you supposed to do? And she's like, I'm supposed to scare you. She's like, I told you last night I'm supposed to scare you. Mm-hmm. She's like, my people consume human like emotion, and that's what we talked about or whatever. And he goes, okay, so you can feed from any emotion? And she's like, not any. It has to be the guidelines. And then the guidelines of me being a sleep paralysis demon is I have to scare you from fear. Because she's like, Gemma also used to be yapping that damn mouth in class, I suppose. And while she was just yapping, asking questions she ain't supposed to ask. So one time she asked them, well, why can't we feed on happiness? And everybody was like, absolutely. She almost got disappeared then too.
You go here. Like, they ready to kick her ass out. I just picture her in the classroom. Well,
what about happiness? And they were like, boo, Gemma's principal office.
Again, you know? Gemma with the bullshit.
Gemma's back. Disruptive. She got a disruptive spirit. So he's like, no, can we just talk a little bit while you before you
so lonely?
He want to talk bad. Like, I don't know what he wants to talk to this lady about, but he wants to talk to her bad. Not even talk to this demon lady about. So he's like, well, can we chat a little bit before you like you'd have to eat? Like, you know, can we talk? And then you scare me because like, can we compromise? Right. Because I really want to talk to you because I want to know what's going on. And he's like, well, who were you last time? Because that was really scary to me. He was like, oh, that was my mentor. I'm not supposed to be doing stuff like that or whatever the case may be. And he'll ask her, how long you been asleep? Paralysis demon. Like, Caleb won't chat, okay? He is sad, and I guess he's lonely. And she's like, well, I've been in training for a long time, like I said to you earlier. And she's like, but I won't be. She's like, but judging from this experience, what's going on right now? They about to disappear me.
Because this ain't what I'm supposed to be doing. This ain't in my job description.
I'm not supposed to be talking to you.
At all. I put my little dress on for you.
I put my dress on. Now I just stop distracting you from being scared. Stop with the hard-ons because I need to scare you. You can't have an erection with me. I need to be fearful. So he's now sad because she's like, I'm about to get disappeared. He's like, what do you mean? And she's like, demons who fail just get disappeared. We don't know where they go. We don't know where to see him. He's like, well, failure is not an option. I can't have you fail. Like, you need to continue on demonizing people. Like, Caleb's like, I got your back, girl. We not gonna get you disappeared.
Girl, what?
And so she's like, that's nice of you to say that, but I've already failed. So like, honestly, this ain't really, it's probably not about to be nothing or whatever. And he was like, well, go ahead, scare me now, because I just want you to be able to eat and you to keep your job.
So stupid.
For you to keep your job. And she was like, I don't actually want to scare anybody. She's like, actually, I'm coming to terms with being disappeared because I actually don't want to scare anybody. Yeah. I don't like the taste of fear. Yeah. And I kind of like just don't want to do that anymore. And he's like, okay. He's like, okay, we just have to solve the problem. He said, we'll figure out something else to solve the problem because at the end of the day, you still need to eat and they need to see that you've done your job or whatever the case may be. And basically, doing your job equals scaring. So if you're not hungry, they know you've done your job.
Right.
Like, that's
you big and gluttonous.
Yeah, this is basically like if you ain't looking skinny and malnourished, it seems like you're doing your job because I don't think there's any other way to monitor it. Okay. And so she's like, okay, are they monitoring your visits? Like, how do they do it? And he's like, oh, well, no. And basically, like, if I start to starve, that's when I know. And he was like, okay, well, you'll be safe as long as you're not starving. And she's like, yeah, I guess. And he's like, well, let's just figure out what other emotions you can feed on because are they monitoring? Like, do they watch you do this or whatever? Right, so as long as you're eating in some type of way, you'll be good. Right, and he's like, what are the options? And she was like, well, you already know lust is one because I can eat up the lust because she ate a little bit when he got that erection. She filled up a little bit. And she was like, oh, okay, but this ain't right though because I'm not supposed to be doing this or whatever. Okay. This man goes, Gemma, I'm on board with feeding you if it's my lust you need because I can do it. So if you good, I'm good, and we can figure out how you can eat off of my lust, right? And she's like, well, okay. So
of course.
This is where they lost me a little bit. It started getting a little crazy, but it lost me because this man gonna say, I'm a bit of a romantic, so I just don't really just start busting it open real wide. I need to talk to you. He's like,
oh God.
He's like, I need to know you to have sex with you. Like, I need to get to talking to you.
Ever.
He's like, not every day I get a chance to talk to a demon. So I just like really need to get to know you before I get to like having sex with you or whatever, right? And so she's like, okay. And
now you gonna say we could feed off my lust, but now it's like, well, he's so pressed to talk. God damn.
No, he's pressed. He's pressed to talk. I think he's not doing well at home in his real life. And so she's like, okay, I guess we'll talk. So she's like, what do you do for a living? He's like, I'm a pediatrician. He she works with kids. He's like, I do. He talks about like how he was in school for so long and how dealing with kids is like, things he loves. Then he starts talking about the state of the world, and he's like, it's just sad watching these kids go hungry and all the things the kids need, and the world is so dark and so evil and da 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 da. And they start talking about that, and then he's like, he said the kids, and then she talks about her life and how being a demon, even as a kid demon, it was hard too for her because she was different from all the rest of the demons, as you know, because her, she's gotten older here. He talks about children going hungry. He talks about all kinds of stuff, and they just chatting. And at this point, she's like, "Wow, he's like really charming." He gets to they get to know each other. Like charming. And then he goes, "Okay, well, it's getting later because she need to clock out by the time the sun goes up or whatever, right?" And so he's like, "Well, let's." He said, one of them says, "What if you like? Let's kiss or whatever." And they're like, "Okay, let's kiss." And so they start kissing, mind you. No, they don't start kissing. But they're about to. This man stops her and says, before I start kissing you, I do really need to know how old you are, because I don't know on the scale of what you were talking to me about, because you just talked to me about you being in school for like demonhood and you were a kid, and like, are you a kid now? And she's like, Caleb, I'm a consensual adult and I'm consenting. And she's 70 years old. But that part also, I'm like, okay, we're consenting to so he says, before I kiss you, I need to know. I hope you understand. He literally says, I hope you understand. And she's like, okay. She's like, I'm not a youngling, but I'm younger than most demons, but I'm not that young. I'm 70. And he's like, okay, just cool. I just want to know if, like, she was like, I've never had sex with a human before, but I'm not new to sex as a concept. It's just different with demons or whatever. And he was like, oh, okay, different how? And he's like, basically, like, demons have sex differently. Sometimes they have sex like emotionally. They just have sex differently. But for them to have sex with humans, they need to form human parts. Because and then another point, he goes, well, I can't. I need to talk about. He said, without good conscience, I need to talk about sexual transmitted disease and possibility of pregnancy.
And that's lecture. If we getting lusty or not?
Are we getting this
should have been in the conversation prior to us agreeing to get lustful. Now the vibes is like, oh, okay, well, I get it. But like, you worry about the wrong thing, sir. You about to fuck a paralysis demon. You worry about paralysis demon STDs? That's crazy. That's a crazy thought to put human things. It's like if you about to, if you
say you have to leave logic at the door.
Like logic, animals can have the same things humans have, but it's still not the same. Like they have diseases and stuff, but it still can't be transferable.
Logically, the human said, in my human head, I need to know if I'm going to get sexually transmitted disease.
I'm glad you're having safe
sex.
This
figment of my imagination.
But get this out this ass book. If we in this imaginary, what the hell? We already talk about consenting adults.
Leave logic at the door, say. You have to leave logic at the door.
Jeez.
So,
Louise.
So he's like, how does this work? And she's like, first of all, in order for me to be pregnant by a demon or demons to get people pregnant, they have to form all the things. Like, I need to form ovaries, the vagina, the uterus for you to impregnate me. Also, I got to want to accept that. It's vice versa.
I don't want this.
Yeah. Like,
to happen.
To happen.
Got it.
and I have to have the parts. So I have to have the eggs.
So they're kind of like, let me not. Go ahead.
So then he goes, and then she's like, in sexually transmitted disease, I can't give them or get them because of my magic, my demon magic. I can't do any of that.
That's real convenient.
Isn't it? So after that, they started getting lusty. That's when they started.
They said, all right, we cleared the air.
We cleared the air. We're in there. Let's get it. And they start getting it. They kissing. She's like, I want to consume you. They rubbing. They
How was the scene?
I thought the scene was good. Like their lips are against it. I think it was all like very lusty in the beginning, so it's like a lot of kissing. Mm-hmm. So it's like a foreplay, so you get all that. Mm-hmm. Then he's like gripping her. I imagine also I'm like, okay, what does she look like again? She got the horns. She has hooves for feet, claws for hands. Mm-hmm. So again, leave logic at the door.
Right.
So
I mean, it's for some reason why I can do it more for like men. Like men, I do believe would fuck anything. So sorry, but I do believe that. Sexy little monster. I mean, I play video games with these men, and they, I'm so sorry about this tangent, but let me just say this real quick. I play video games with men, and you could pick women characters. The guy is, let's say, the whole team men. They will pick men characters and fake hump the women characters in the game, but it's men behind the game. They don't care.
Weird. It's just weird.
That's why I can imagine men doing stuff like that. Women have a little more.
No, because no one has discernment.
Okay, sorry. But...
So it's all lusty in that one, and it's just them making out. Then it's like slow. It's all a build up. So I do appreciate that. I thought the sex scene was really nice in the sense of it was a build up or whatever. Like she's like talking about her body, and of course now she has this human anatomy because she had to form all these things. So she formed her the vulva, the inner and outer labia, the vagina, the clitoris, all those things like that. Yeah, the breasts that she already has. So it's like painting a picture.
Okay.
Then he kind of sees like her body now, and he's like, okay. He's like, hey, remember you sitting on my chest to scare me? Sit on my chest again, because I want to see what that's about. And she's like, okay.
Right.
And apparently, I imagined her a little thick, because she was talking about how she's like weighty a little bit. So I remember her being like a little thick, a little thick demon or whatever. So she sits on his lap. He started eating it out. Sits on his chest, and he's like, I like that. She riding. She doing all kinds of stuff.
Ride it. My pony.
So I think all of the chapter 5 is like them getting down.
So it's like a full fleshed out chapter.
Yeah, it's a full fleshed out chapter, because they start with like I said, the foreplay is at the end of chapter 4. She formed all her stuff. She's sitting on his chest. She's rubbing on him. Dang. They nuzzling. They in each other. It's a good scene. I thought it was a good scene. They grinding hips. Like I said, it's the whole season. He like, baby, Gemma, baby. Then in my head, I'm like, okay, he going hard for this London sleep paralysis student, and they had their good time. She walks out of that portal. She says, okay, well, I feel filled, because at this point,
I ate good.
She said, ooh, like licking hooves and fingertips and claws. She's like, that's belly good.
Right.
She's like, I feel fulfilled everywhere. She's like, this was great. Actually love this. Could continue this, because if this is how I can eat, I think I'm down. She walks out of there. Ralph is there, and Ralph is like, what happened up in there? And she goes, huh? Ralph said, what have you done? At this point, you've taken it too fucking far, Gemma. I saw you. I walked in there to check on you to figure out if you was doing good, because I know you've been struggling, and I saw you put on that human.
It's such a funny concept.
It's basically what he said.
Oh, God.
He's like, I saw you fucking on that human. And he's like, Gemma, I can't believe you. What we gonna do now, Gemma? I've been helping you. You've been struggling, and this is what you do. He's like, what's gonna happen now? And she's like, you don't look like a, she's like, you're not talking. He's like, well, he was losing sleep because of the terror today. He's like, Gemma, is you a demon or not, girl? Because what the hell going on? And he's like, you don't even smell like a demon. Oh my God. He said, we got to cover this up. He's like, now Ralph's stressed, because he's like, someone's gonna smell a human on you in the wrong way because you was fucking on the human. So someone's gonna smell a human on you. You're not doing. He's like, hey, you know what? This is how we gonna figure this out. We gonna switch humans. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this human that you have. You take one of my humans, and we're gonna pretend this never happened, and you don't do this again. Yeah. And she's like, no, I don't want you to scare Caleb, Ralph. And he's like, then what the hell you want? What now? And she was like, I don't know. He was like, they gonna disappear you then, Gemma. Right. Those are the two options you have: to get disappeared or switch humans. What do you want to do? And she's like, well, I don't want you to scare Caleb because I don't think he deserves that. And Ralph says, it's a good man. He said, it's gonna be sad to lose you. well, you've made your choice. It's gonna be sad to lose you. And he's like, okay, well, let's go. He walks her down the hallway, and he's like, I'm really gonna miss you. Saying his goodbye. He says, keep your chin up. I don't know what happens in that room. I'm not sure what happens next, but you gotta go. Okay. Shoves her in the portal. She's in the portal now. She says it's all white. She's scared. She's on the ground, and she's kind of quivering, and she's balled up, and she's like, I'm not sure what's gonna happen next because no one has ever talked about what happens to the demons when they get disappeared. She hears a voice, and the voice is like, okay, when you're done with all this theatrics on the ground, can you get up so we can get this move on? And she's like, huh, whose voice is that? And he's like, and she sees a tall, super tall, beautiful blue thing. She doesn't know what it is because she's like, are you a demon? And she's like, why these demons don't ever tell y'all what's going on before they shove you into this portal? Just come on. She's like, you're Gemma, right? And she's like, yeah. She's like, all right, come on, let's go. We got things to do. Raven, I don't know. Raven reminds me of a bad bitch in corporate. And she's just like, come on, let's go. So Raven walks her down the hallway and basically is like, you're an angel now. And she's like, huh? And she's like, yeah. So essentially it's the same job as demons, but we don't really talk about it like that because it's not a good look for us to say that we eat off of emotions as well. But angels eat off of the good emotions. So how angels survive is eating off of good emotions, while demons survive off of fear and scare and other emotions, whatever. And she's like, so yeah, we don't really talk about it like that, but that's what happens. She said, so now that you're an angel, you got to get rid of them hooves and them claws because, girl, that's not going to be it. It's not going to cut it for angels. No claws, no hooves, no horns or whatever. And she goes, okay. And so she's like, so this is where they go when they're bad at their jobs? And she's like, no. Bad at the job sounds crazy. It's all semantics. You just not good at being a demon. You probably going to be a better angel, but you're not what? We don't want people who are doing not good. So she's like, so what is going to happen now? And she goes, well, I looked at your schedule. It looks like you've been revisiting this Kayla person. Looks like I got a good rapport. I don't know what she knows. So that's going to be back at your human. That's going to be your human that you're going to be a guardian angel over. And so basically she's going to be a guardian angel over him. And she's like, so I get to see him again? She's like, yeah. After we do training and you go through your training, that's going to be your human. Okay. So she goes through her training. She shows up a week later in a portal, and she's like, oh, I'm so scared to go see him again. I don't know what's gonna happen. He hasn't seen me in a week. I don't know. And she walks into her portal, her angel portal, and she walks into his kitchen, broad daylight. And she's like, oh, this is different because the sleep paralysis demons are nighttime. Right. So she walks in broad daylight. He eating cereal at the table, and he's like, Gemma. And she's like, yeah, I look different. And he goes, yeah, you do. You look a little different. She's like, I feared what happened to you because she knows that she could have possibly been disappeared if she was lusting and or not scaring people, whatever. He was like, I was so afraid that I'll never see you again. And now I see you and you look different. And she's like, yeah, but guess what? I'm an angel now. And he was like, oh, are you an angel? And she's like, yeah. And he goes, well, she's like, yeah. And she's like, but we can have sex and everything. All the stuff that was forbidden before. Which in my head, it should be forbidden for angels to be having sex with humans. Why is that not forbidden?
It's getting weird.
So he's like, well, I have the day off. Do you want to hang out? And she goes, yeah. And she's like, well, part of my training is I have to shift into a human body, full human form, because guardian angels walk around with you. Because, they always say, the guardian angels around, you never know when you're going to see an angel. You know how, that's kind of the concept of things anyway? Right. So she's like, well, I have to, work on my human form anyway. It's because it's hard for me to form fingers and toes because I'm not really good at it. She's like, so right now, if you look from far away, my fingers and toes look good, but if you look real close, it looks like I have an extra one because I don't know how to do it good yet. So she's like, yeah, let's go outside. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. He's like, and it's Halloween, so honestly, you're kind of gonna blend in anyways. And he's like, she's like, I'm familiar with I'm familiar with the celebration because demons love Halloween. Right. And he goes, cool. Well, let's go like do trick or treating and stuff like that. And you get to see the kids in the costumes. And he's like, I can't wait. I'm glad that we get to be with each other. And she goes, he's like, after our date, we'll like watch a movie. Like we'll watch a movie and go on a date and stuff like that. And they hold hands and they,
I don't know,
walk into the sunset together, basically.
Okay.
And then he asked her like, he's like, oh, what do you want to do first? And where do you want to go? And she was like, everywhere. I just want to do everything with you. And so that's how your sleep paralysis turns into your demon lover. I mean, your angel lover. Yay. Right?
Don't like that. I don't feel like you should become an angel that you get to fuck on your angel. That's weird.
Leave all logic at the door.
That's me leaving logic at the door.
No, I did think that was crazy. I did think it was crazy.
She should have just been rebirthed as a human or like someone dying. Go pass on to somebody dying. Come back. I don't know. But like an angel, like it was a bit much. That can walk among them. Like, why are you fucking on your angel? Like, to me, like when I think of guardian angel, I think of like a family member or like someone close to you.
But remember that movie, that show that used to come on in the early 2000s, maybe late 90s, and it was that black lady and she was an angel? What was that? You don't remember that show?
She was a black lady, she was an angel?
Yes.
What was it on?
And it was called Touched by an Angel. You don't remember the show? Like, even just the concept of it. I think I remember it later on because I was old enough later on because it aired until 2003. Anyways, that's in my concept what Guardian Angel's supposed to do because they came and they kind of helped you walk through your life choices. You know, the angel came and it was like, hey, people could see I think people could see them or whatever. But anyways, that's what happened.
Okay, overall, what do you give it?
Out of 5, I would give it a 2.75 or 3. Because I think probably 2.75 to be honest. Yeah. I would have somebody else read this book. I'd be like, read it. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you like about it. To read it. I'd have you read it because that middle part is where it lost me just a little bit. And I get it. I know that we're like in an age of like, we should consent. We should do these things like that. But I think it took me a little bit in and out of the story. But also, like, the whole story was kind of in and out. Because why is a sleep paralysis demon willing to lust on you anyways? And she's also not a good sleep paralysis demon. I did like that part. That she was just a sucky sleep paralysis demon.
Okay. I mean, it's different.
Yeah. Different concept. For sure. He was a lonely-ass pediatrician, though.
I don't know.
I didn't like that he was so lonely. So I think
Why you...
You had nobody else to talk to about your woes in life?
I guess not.
So,
and the spice.
Oh, I thought that was I thought the spicy scene was very well developed because I think it gave it gave you a little bit of everything. It gave you the foreplay. It gave you what they was doing here. They did that. So I did think the spicy scene was well developed of a spicy scene.
All right. Yeah. So almost a 3. So
like 2.75.
Like almost a 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't feel like my book deserves a 3. Oh, in the sense of like. It's like, would you have needed to read it? No, like at least that has something like sort of random and interesting. I feel like mine was just kind of like there.
Yeah.
But okay, and then we have one more.
Yes.
One more book from the Scary Sexy Collection. So, and that's Fallen. I think about a Maya song.
Oh. I'm falling in love with you. I'm falling.